Anin Buju band members, today is January 31st. I'd like to start today with the Mille reservation positive COVID band member cases. District 1 and District 2A, 283. We have 15 new cases. District 2, 61, 2 new cases. And District 3, 83, no new cases. Today I signed Executive Order 2022-04, and that is an executive order directing Mille early education to comply with the United States Department of Health and Human Services on an interim final rule titled Vaccine and Mask Requirements to Mitigate the Spread of COVID-19 in the Head Start programs. And this executive order is similar to the one that was just issued regarding Health and Human Services. And the requirement is all have to be vaccinated. If not, then there is a requirement to do weekly COVID testing. The policy, it's called the Mille Early Education Vaccination Policy, will be on the Facebook, so if you're interested in reading that. I talked a little bit about last Thursday and Friday that I was attending the Minnesota Chippewa tribe meetings, and they were held in Grand Portage, Minnesota. Some of the recap of the quarterly meeting. At every quarterly meeting, there are resolutions, and if you have submitted a application to be enrolled in the Mille Band of Ojibwe, that is where the final approval process occurs. And then a letter is sent out from MCT indicating what the vote was, what the determination was on the enrollment requirement application process. One of the requirements to be enrolled in the Mille Band is that you have to have a parent and you have to have a blood quantum of 1/4, 25% or more. Another item on the agenda was a proposed resolution, and this was introduced by Macha Abbott, and it is the restoration of 1855 Sandy Lake and the Rice Lake Reservation boundaries. The resolution contained a series of historical claims, and so what I requested is that before this resolution could be voted on by the TEC committee, that there are a couple of questions that the Mille Band had, and we asked that they would provide any documentation that they have secured. And it talks about the treaty, Article 12 of Treaty 1864. And it also had a section about the Nelson Act. And also it talked about the original charter of 1936. And so we just wanted some additional answers. Some years ago, a huge grant was allocated to Macha to do a historical research on Sandy Lake. And one of the things that we've been asking for over the years, if he provides a copy of his research. To date, we have not received that. So that's one of the questions we asked, if we could have the opportunity to review that. And so the next vote on this resolution will be at the April meeting in Boys Fort. And if you have any questions, please call the office 320-532-7486 or the email melanie.benjamin@millexband.com. I know there will be a lot of questions, and we also had a lot of questions with that. Today, another meeting with the White House. And so I had the opportunity to talk to the panel regarding the infrastructure bill. And on that panel was Secretary Deb Haaland, and she is the Secretary of the Interior, Deputy Secretary Graves, Assistant Secretary Byron Newland, Secretary Jennifer Granholm, EPA Administrator Regan, and Secretary Pete Buttigieg. And I had the opportunity to ask a couple of questions. So the two items that I focused on was the fast rail that's proposed from Minneapolis to Duluth. We are requesting to have a stop at our Hinckley property. And that would give the opportunity for people to catch a train, fast rail, to come to work. It would provide additional economic development projects, and it would also speed up transportation. The second item I talked about was the electric car chargers. I used that as an example of when there are these economic development opportunities. A lot of times tribes are left out, and I wanted to provide the secretary with a reminder. Tribes are out here in rural Minnesota, and we want to be involved in any economic development. There is talk about the country going electric, and that's what the discussion is about the cars. One of the negative aspects of electric car chargers is that to create those, you have to have nickel. And we know that nickel is one of the worst mining businesses that there is. It leaves a lot of devastation in the regions where the mines are. And we want to make sure that that doesn't happen in our region. And also for the administration and researcher scientists to look at a cleaner way of providing these kinds of benefits in terms of energy for our community. So I look forward to having additional conversations with the secretaries of the Biden administration and work hard to make sure that the Mille Band is a partner and has their voice in any decisions that are made regarding our reservation. One more interesting meeting that is going on this week is at Hinckley, and that is a meeting that is scheduled with many of the counties. So we are hosting the meeting, and Mille Band and other tribal leaders are going to attend to talk about how to deal with tribes, what are the issues that are important with us. We look forward to the meeting, establishing new relationships. And if we all work together, I think we can benefit our communities, tribal and non-tribal, in a more positive way. So I look forward to that as well. And I want to say miigwech to Bobby Deschamps, chairman of the Grand Portage Reservation, for initiating this meeting and helping coordinate that. After the meeting is completed, I would provide an update to some of the areas we discussed and how we're going to move forward. With that, I'd like to say good day, and I will talk to you soon.